Looking like you had Green Mount locked down back in the day.
That's the true shit?
I know it's some true shit. I can tell by that tattoo on your leg.
Oh, shit.
Any nigga that sit down and get a whole sleeve on their leg was just do some shit back in the day.
Get it?
You look like you the leader of the NA and shit. You look like you got about 12 years clean and shit. Bragging about that shit on the internet. Like you sponsored about 5 young niggas that play. I get about to play with me. She's talking about he invisible. You invisible, alright.
Oh, nigga.
You think you a ghost because you got a white beard? You got me fucked up. I see everything over there. So I'm invisible. On the real, hey, give it up to another one of Baltimore's finest. See, now I'm not going to be able to do story time because I got too many talented people in the building.
No, do that shit, Ray.
No, I was going to do story time, right? Because my life is so weird that I don't really tell people. But in my career, I'm about to start telling people about my real life. And the only way that I can perfect the shit is to keep telling the shit. So I decided I'm going to start talking about how I was in a cult. Because I got a news article about 3 days ago about the niggas that I was in a cult with. They got fed time. They finally been sentenced and charged. And a lot of people don't believe that black people join cults. It's like, bitch, you fucking weird. Like, you don't even tell that shit to people because they're going to look at you and they're going to think your ass is crazy, right? But I was in a full-blown ass cult. And people always, the few people that I have told about it, always want to know, bitch, what made you join a fucking cult? People don't just join a cult. A lot of times you introduce to cults, and it's not a cult at first. Nothing about it seems cultish. But once you get into the shit is when you understand. She like, I don't see, bitch. I'm about to tell you, I'm about to break the shit down. All right. So, Mama like, I don't see it, bitch. And it was signs for me too. The main sign was when my sister didn't join. I should have bounced in. I was still fucking oblivious. My sister didn't join because they told her that they wanted her flat screen TV in her car. She was like, fuck them motherfuckers. And I was like, they wanted your flat screen TV, fuck a car, bitch. Back then a flat screen was like $5,000. And she was like, y'all ain't getting my motherfucking TV. But hold up, pause, let me rewind. So, my ex-husband was deep in the drug game over East Baltimore. He ran with a lot of niggas y'all might know, some of y'all might know. Gene, Eric Brown, and them, Lil Richard, all them niggas. They was deep in the drug game. You know who I'm talking about. Them niggas that changed their life. They had no choice. Some niggas did jail, whatever.
Hello?
Back then, shit was weird.
Text me.
They was on some like paid in full type shit, right? And when I met my husband, it was a weird time for him because I can talk about this shit now. They had went to New York, they did a couple of transactions, they got popped coming from New York. Niggas had court dates and shit. My ex-husband had a couple of cars in his name that had got pulled over with shit, like keys in the trunk and shit. So now niggas is liabilities, and you know back then, you a liability, motherfucker think you gonna snitch. It's time for niggas to knock your ass off, right? That part. So, we was living out Owens Mills at that point. Wasn't nobody living out Owens Mills. You talking about 92, 93, that shit was desolate. It was a bunch of white ass Jews out there. Anywho, so I wanted my husband out the drug game because I was feeling unsafe, right? I was like, damn, why don't you stop? He had money, but it never served him. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of niggas had money and they broke the day. It never really served him. Right? So I'm like, damn, why don't you get out the drug game? I'm feeling safe. Women, we have intuition. And I'm feeling like, nigga, your days is numbered. Motherfuckers about to come in on your ass, especially with these court dates coming up. Like, motherfuckers don't want, you never know what nigga gonna talk, right? So he refused to get out the game, right? So I just started praying. Now I'm raised a Muslim. And I'm like, damn, just start praying. Like my husband, get out of the drug game, I didn't know what life he was going to have because he ain't have no skills. I ain't see the nigga working a regular job, right? So I'm just praying like, what can I do to assist my husband getting out the drug game? Anywho, my parents was Muslim. raised a Muslim. My father was a captain in Philadelphia for the Nation of Islam, so they went hard as shit. Like, this was, I'll sell you a bean pie, shoot you in the face type of nigga. Real shit. Like, they did not fucking play no games. So they introduced me to this new Muslim branch called the UNOI. And yeah, they was UNI. They had all the bells and whistles. They was out of DC, right? They was doing shit. They had businesses. They had health centers. They was doing shit for the community, right? And it, from the outside looking in, a loving environment. So I allowed them to come to our house and have meetings once a week. So at first my husband was pissed off. He's like, you got them Muslim motherfuckers up in here. I got on this. Somebody had gave him like 10 pounds of weed, because back then weed wasn't a thing. And somebody gave him some weed that he could not move. So he had the shit in our house. You can smell that shit 20 miles up from Ricerstown Road, because that's how strong, that's how much shit it was. I'm trying to get the shit out of the house. Yeah, we got weed up in here, and you got these Muslim motherfuckers. One day, he stayed and he was listening. And the brothers were sharp, because they were young brothers too, right? So it wasn't like they was some old ass Muslim niggas trying to sell a nigga a dream. They was sharp, they was young, they was on point. And to be honest, what they were saying was very positive and innovative. They had a new plan that they were going to do, and it was going to start in Kansas City, Kansas, right? One day he was listening, he's like, you know, them Muslim brothers, they made some sense, right? So I'm like, ding, because that's the first time I ever heard